Okay, so you know how everyone's talking about AI being the future of, well, everything. We're diving into the deep end today, but with a twist.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to uncover the free AI tools that are blowing minds in 2024.
Yeah.
You sent us this awesome YouTube video, Futurepedia, showcasing 23 tools. We're talking turning phone videos into 3D worlds, AI composing music, the works.
It's mind-boggling how quickly these tools are becoming available, yeah.
Seriously. So our mission today is to cut through the hype.
Okay.
Which of these free tools are actually game changers for someone like you? Get ready for some aha moments, because we're about to uncover some seriously powerful tech.
All right, let's do it.
Let's start with something I personally am geeking out about, 3D modeling.
Okay.
Remember those mind-blowing 3D environments you see in movies?
Yeah.
Turns out you don't need a Hollywood budget to create them anymore.
It's true. The technology behind these immersive experiences is called neural radiance fields, or NERFs.
Nerfs, okay.
Essentially, it's like capturing light from every angle to reconstruct a scene in 3D.
And what's wild is there's this free app, Luma Labs, that uses NeurFs to turn simple smartphone videos into fully explorable 3D scenes.
It's an incredible example of how this technology is becoming more accessible. Imagine being able to create a 3D model of your childhood home, your favorite hiking trail, anything.
Right. I saw someone on Twitter combine Luma Labs with Google Earth Studio, another free tool to create these amazing explorable scenes.
The potential is limitless. Think about the implications for retail, real estate, even education. Imagine virtual tours that are more engaging than ever before, or being able to step inside historical events.
It's like stepping into another dimension. And Luma Labs isn't stopping there. They've got this other tool in beta, Genie, that lets you generate 3D models just by typing in a description.
Precisely. It's currently free to experiment with through their Discord server. You type something like a futuristic cityscape at sunset, and boom, you have a 3D model you can explore from every angle.
Okay, stop. My drain is melting a little. This is why I love AI.
It's pretty amazing.
But let's shift gears from visuals to something equally amazing.
Hmm.
The power of AI to supercharge research.
Okay.
Ever wish you had a research assistant your beck and call?
Sure.
Enter Perplexity.
It's more than just a search engine. It's like having an interactive research database at your fingertips.
Okay.
Perplexity not only gives you concise answers to your questions, but it also tells you why those answers are relevant.
It's true. I use it all the time. It pulls information from multiple sources, including those super dense research papers I'd normally avoid, and presents it in a way that's actually understandable.
Exactly. It even provides links to the original research paper, so you can dive deeper if you're so inclined.
And let's not forget about SciSpace. If you're diving deep into scientific research, this free tool is a game changer.
Absolutely. You can ask SciSpace a question, and it pulls relevant insights directly from the top research papers in that field. No more sifting through endless Google Scholar results.
It's like having a personalized cheat sheet for any scientific topic. And for those times when you're staring at a dense research paper, wondering if it's written in another language.
You can actually upload that PDF to SciSpace, and it'll summarize the key findings for you. It even answers specific questions about the research.
That's insane. Imagine how much time that would save.
Right.
But hold on. We can't forget about the elephant in the room. Or should I say, the search engine in the room. Google's not just sitting back while all this is happening, right?
Not at all. Google's Search Generative Experience, or SGE, is their answer to the AI revolution. And frankly, it's pretty impressive.
It's true. It's like they injected AI directly into the search bar.
Yeah.
You get these AI-powered summaries at the top of your search results, complete with links to the source material.
And you can have a conversation with it. Ask follow-up questions, get more specific, and the AI refines the results in real time.
And the craziest part,
What's that?
they recently added text-to-image generation.
I know. You can literally type a fluffy cat wearing a top hat, and Google will generate an image of that right before your eyes.
It's mind-blowing how quickly these AI capabilities are becoming integrated into everyday tools. But let's shift gears for a bit and talk about something near and dear to my heart. Music.
Okay.
Get ready to be amazed, because AI isn't just about visuals and information. It's composing some seriously catchy tunes these days.
And one of the most fun examples of this is Suno. Imagine typing in a few lyrics or a song idea, and boom, AI generates an original song, complete with vocals and instruments.
I know, right? And it's surprisingly easy to use. You need a Discord account, but once you're in, you can use the chirp command, type in your song idea, even specify the genre, and let Suno work its magic.
It's a fantastic tool for exploring different genres, experimenting with lyrics, and just having fun with AI-generated music. They did have to limit the free version recently, though.
Yeah, you get 5 free song generations per day now, but
Yeah.
honestly, that's still pretty generous, especially if you're using it for inspiration or just to play around.
Precisely. And for those who prefer a completely free and open source option, there's MusicGen, created by Meta. It specializes in instrumental music and gives you a surprising amount of control over the composition process.
Exactly. MusicGen's waveformer interface is surprisingly user-friendly.
It is.
You can hum a melody, upload it, and have AI generate a full-blown instrumental track around it.
That's so cool.
But one of the coolest things I saw in that Futurepedia video was actually a collaboration between Google and, wait for it, Lupe Fiasco.
I know, right? The rapper, Lupe Fiasco himself, they've created this suite of free AI tools designed specifically for songwriting.
And it's not about replacing human creativity, it's about augmenting it. It's like having Lupe Fiasco whispering rhymes and metaphors in your ear as you write.
Precisely. The tool is called TextFX, and it can generate similes, create acronyms from your lyrics, even help you explore different rhyme schemes and lyrical structures. It's a fantastic example of how AI can be used as a collaborative tool for creative expression.
Okay, one last mind-blowing thing before we move on from music. Remember those depth animations we see online, where static images suddenly come alive with subtle movements and parallax effects?
Oh, absolutely. Those are incredibly engaging. And you might be surprised to learn that there are free AI tools that make creating those effects easier than ever.
Seriously, tell me more.
One of the simplest to use is Layapix. You upload an image, and with a few clicks you can add depth and movement to make it pop. It even lets you export the depth map for use in other programs.
So it's like giving your images that extra layer of visual interest, making them stand out in a sea of static content.
Exactly. And for those who want to take it a step further, there's Insta3D. You can use the depth maps generated by Layapix to create even more immersive 3D scenes from your images.
It's amazing what you can accomplish with just a couple of free tools and a bit of creativity. Speaking of creativity, I did see something in that video about Meta creating a tool specifically for animating children's drawings.
They did. It's a fun little tool that uses AI to bring drawings to life. But here's the thing. While it's designed for drawings, you can use it with any image as long as the subject is isolated on a white background.
Wait, seriously? So theoretically, I could upload a picture of myself and have the AI animate it?
Precisely. Though, based on the examples in the video, the results are more likely to be hilarious than Oscar-worthy.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
But hey, sometimes a good laugh is all you need to spark some creative inspiration. Speaking of which, we've got to talk about Picolabs. This one feels almost too good to be true.
Right. Right now, they're offering some incredibly powerful AI video generation capabilities completely free.
It's wild. It's all done through Discord, and their specialty is image-to-video transformations.
It's incredible. You can take a single image, a beautiful landscape, or even a funny doodle, and Picolabs will use AI to add movement, camera pans, zoom effects.
I know, it's like having a professional video editor at your fingertips, but powered by AI.
Right.
And from what I saw, you can actually guide the camera movements, telling the AI where to zoom or pan.
Exactly. It's all about making AI video generation accessible and intuitive, even for those without any prior video editing experience.
This is why I love these deep dives. We uncover these hidden gems and get to share them with everyone.
Me too.
But before we get completely lost in the world of AI video generation, let's talk about something a bit more practical. Video upscaling.
Ah, yes. Because sometimes even the best AI-generated videos could use a little boost in resolution.
Exactly. I was blown away to learn that CapCut, the popular video editing app, has a free AI-powered video upscaler tucked away in its features.
Isn't that something? It's perfect for those who want to give their AI-generated videos that extra level of polish, especially if you're working with tools like Picolabs that currently output at 720p.
Right. Imagine upscaling those Picolabs creations to a crisp 1080p. But before we wrap up this episode, we've got to talk about one more essential category of AI tools: image upscaling and restoration.
Ah, yes, because sometimes even the most beautiful AI-generated images could use a little TLC.
Exactly. Whether it's an old family photo that's seen better days or a brand new AI art piece that needs a resolution boost, having access to free tools that can handle those tasks is a game changer. And thankfully, we've got not one, but two amazing free options to share with you today.
That's right. First up, we have Replicate, a website that offers an entire suite of image restoration and upscaling models, all for free.
I love that they're making these tools accessible to everyone.
Right.
So if I have an old photo that's faded or scratched, I could use Replicate to restore it to its former glory.
Absolutely. They've got models for removing noise, sharpening details, and even colorizing black and white images. And of course, they also have dedicated upscaling models that can increase the resolution of your images significantly.
Okay, but what about the folks who prefer to keep their data off the cloud? You mentioned there was another free option, right?
Absolutely. If you're more privacy conscious or prefer having more control over your data, Upscale is a fantastic alternative. It's open source software that you download and run on your own computer.
Very cool. So no need to upload anything to a third-party server,
Yeah.
but it's still user-friendly, right?
Yes, surprisingly so. It might seem a bit daunting at first if you're not used to open source software, but they've done a great job of making it accessible to everyone.
And like Replicate, it's completely free to use, no hidden fees or subscription plans.
Absolutely. Both Replicate and Upscale are a testament to the power of the open source community and their dedication to making these powerful AI tools available to everyone.
This is fantastic. And since we're on the topic of visuals, I can't resist diving into something that truly tickles my fancy: optical illusions.
Fun.
That's where our next free AI tool, Illusion Diffusion, comes in.
Ah, yes. It's incredible what they've been able to do with AI-generated optical illusions. Remember those incredibly intricate QR codes that were everywhere online a while back? Illusion diffusion was initially created to generate those.
No way. I had no idea. So how did it go from QR codes to full-blown optical illusions?
Well, as with many AI tools, its capabilities extend far beyond its initial purpose. Someone figured out a way to use illusion diffusion to create these mesmerizing spiral patterns and other mind-bending visuals within images.
And the results are seriously impressive. It reminds me of the work of some surrealist painters, like Octavio Ocampo, who was famous for his optical illusion art.
It's a great comparison, and what's even more amazing is that you can experiment with all of this for free.
So do I need a degree in computer science to create my own AI-powered optical illusions?
Not at all. Illusion Diffusion has a surprisingly user-friendly interface. You can use their pre-made images or upload your own, and then you can adjust different parameters to control the strength and style of the illusion.
It's like having a digital kaleidoscope at your fingertips. I can already imagine spending hours tweaking different settings and watching the illusions morph and shift before my eyes.
It's incredibly addictive, and you can even use it to create animations.
Oh, wow.
There's a legendary story of a Reddit user who spent 14 hours using Illusion Diffusion to transform Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up music video into one giant optical illusion.
Wait, hold on. So if you pause the video, it looks like a normal image, but when you hit play, bam, you're Rick-rolled.
Exactly.
That is dedication.
Wow.
And it just goes to show the amazing things people are doing with these free AI tools.
For sure.
Okay, but we've got to talk about the big guns now.
Okay.
The heavy hitters of the AI art world.
Yeah.
The ones everyone's been talking about, text-to-image generators.
Ah, yes. The ability to type in a description and have AI generate an image based on your words is nothing short of revolutionary.
It really is. So hit me with your top picks for free text-to-image generators. Where do we even begin?
Well, each tool has its strengths, but for sheer ease of use and consistently impressive results, we have to start with Ideogram.
Ideogram. I've seen
Yeah.
some really cool stuff from them. They're the ones who are especially good at generating texts within images, right?
Yeah.
Like for logos and posters.
You got it. If you need to create a logo, a poster with a catchy tagline, or just want to experiment with different typography and graphic design elements, Ideogram is a fantastic option.
And it's easy to use.
Incredibly. You type in your prompt, choose from a variety of styles, and hit generate. It's that straightforward.
Ideogram is definitely going on my list. But what about the big dog, DL3? Isn't that one a paid tool, though?
Technically, DALL-E 3 is fully available to those who subscribe to ChatGPT Pro, but there is a way to access its power for free.
Ooh, I'm all ears. Tell me more about this free DALL-E 3 magic.
Microsoft's Bing Image Creator uses DALL-E 3 as its engine. You get a certain number of free credits when you sign up, and they refresh weekly.
So I can get a taste of DALL-E 3's power without having to commit to a paid subscription. What's DALL-E 3 especially good at?
It excels at understanding complex prompts and generating photorealistic images with a high level of detail.
And let's not forget Google's own text-to-image generation capabilities right within their Search Generative Experience, SGE.
That's right. Being able to generate images without leaving your search results is incredibly convenient. But when it comes to sheer power and versatility in the world of free text-to-image generators, nothing quite compares to Stable Diffusion.
Stable Diffusion, that name's been thrown around a lot lately. What makes it so special?
Well, for one, it's open source, meaning it's free to use and constantly being improved by a community of passionate developers.
I love that open source projects like this exist. But I'll admit, open source sometimes makes me think of complicated code and needing to be a tech whiz to use it.
I get that. But that's where platforms like Playground AI come in.
Okay.
They've built an incredibly user-friendly interface on top of Stable Diffusion, making it accessible to everyone.
So Playground AI is like the gateway drug to the wonderful world of Stable Diffusion.
Exactly. And the best part, their free plan gives you a whopping 500 image generations per day.
500? That's insane. But what can you do with it? What makes Stable Diffusion, or I guess Playground AI in this case, so versatile?
Well, it's more than just text to image. You can merge different images together, remove backgrounds, experiment with countless art styles, and even fine-tune the details by adjusting different parameters.
So it's like a one-stop shop for all your AI art needs.
Precisely. And remember, all of that is available for free. They do offer a paid plan with some extra perks, but honestly, the free plan is more than enough for most people to unleash their inner AI artist.
This is incredible. We've covered so much ground already. 3D modeling, AI-powered music, video generation, and now this incredible world of AI art. It's truly remarkable how accessible these powerful tools have become in such a short amount of time.
It really speaks to the democratization of creativity that's happening right before our eyes.
Yeah.
What was once limited to professionals with expensive software is now available to anyone with a computer or a smartphone.
Welcome back. It's mind-blowing to think about all these incredible free AI tools at our disposal.
It is.
Like we just unlocked a secret level of the internet or something.
Yeah.
But beyond the wow factor of it all, I'm curious about the bigger picture here.
That's the best part of a deep dive, zooming out to see the patterns and possibilities. What's so fascinating about this surge of free AI tools is that it represents a massive shift in who has access to advanced technology.
Exactly. I remember when AI felt like this exclusive club only for tech giants with massive budgets. Now it's like the doors have swung open and anyone with an internet connection can experiment and create.
Precisely. And that accessibility has huge implications. Think about how many barriers to entry are being lowered. Aspiring musicians who can't afford expensive studios, students who need help navigating complex research, even entrepreneurs with big ideas but limited budgets. They all have a new set of tools at their disposal.
It's like we're witnessing a democratization of creativity and knowledge.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the tools themselves, it's about how we interact with them. It's not just human using tool anymore, you know?
Yeah.
It feels more collaborative, like having a super smart partner in the creative process.
Absolutely. AI is taking on this role of a collaborator, almost a co-creator. We saw hints of that with Musigen, where you could hum a melody and the AI would flesh it out into a full composition. Or with Pika Labs, guiding the camera movements as the AI animates your image.
Right, and with those research tools like Perplexity, it's like having a personal librarian who can instantly pull up the most relevant information, even explain why it's important.
And how it connects to other things.
Yes. But with all this talk of collaboration and AI as our partner, I have to ask, are we at risk of becoming too reliant on these tools? Could it, like, stifle our own creativity or make us lazy thinkers?
It's a question a lot of people are grappling with right now.
Yeah.
The key, I think, is finding that balance, remembering that AI, for all its power, is still a tool. It's here to enhance our abilities, not replace them.
So it's not about man versus machine, it's about man with machine.
I like that.
We bring our own unique perspectives, our creativity, and the AI helps us push those boundaries further than we could alone.
Precisely. It's about recognizing that each has its strengths. AI excels at processing vast amounts of data, spotting patterns we might miss, and executing complex tasks with speed. But what it lacks is that spark of human intuition, that ability to connect emotionally, to infuse meaning and purpose into what we create.
You know, that reminds me of something you said earlier about the democratization of knowledge.
Yeah.
Tools like Perplexity and SciSpace are incredible for research, but there's a responsibility that comes with that access to information, right?
Absolutely. We've always had to be discerning consumers of information, but in the age of AI, it becomes even more critical.
Okay.
We need to remember that AI tools are only as good as the data they're trained on, and that data can reflect existing biases or inaccuracies.
So we can't just blindly accept everything an AI spits out as fact. We need to bring our own critical thinking skills to the table, cross-reference information, and be aware of potential biases.
Exactly. And that need for critical thinking extends beyond just research. It's about being discerning about all AI-generated content, whether it's news articles, images, or even music.
Right, because the same technology that can be used to create amazing art or write a catchy song can also be used to create incredibly convincing deepfakes or spread misinformation.
Precisely. As we navigate this exciting world of AI, it's crucial to develop what I like to call AI literacy.
Okay.
We need to understand how these technologies work, their limitations, and the ethical considerations that come with their use.
It's almost like we need to develop a new set of digital literacy skills.
Totally.
Not just for ourselves, but like for future generations as well.
I couldn't agree more. Just like we teach kids about internet safety and media literacy, we need to start educating them about AI from a young age, teaching them to ask critical questions, to think about the data behind the algorithms, and to use these tools thoughtfully and ethically.
It's about empowering them to be responsible stewards of this technology as it continues to evolve. Because let's be real, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Absolutely. The AI revolution is still in its early stages, and the pace of innovation is only accelerating. Who knows what incredible new tools and capabilities will emerge in the months and years to come?
It's exciting and a little scary at the same time.
It is, but with all this talk of opportunities and challenges, there's one question that keeps coming up for me. How do we ensure that AI is used for good? That these incredible tools benefit humanity as a whole and not just a select few?
It's the million-dollar question. And one we definitely need to explore further. We'll dive into that and more in tomorrow. Part 3 of our deep dive into the future of free AI. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've been on quite the journey exploring this world of free AI tools, the mind-blowing possibilities, the potential pitfalls, the sheer how is this even real factor of it all.
It's one thing to be amazed by the tech, but as we've been discussing, understanding the implications of these tools, especially when it comes to ethics and responsibility, is crucial.
Exactly. It's like we've been handed this incredibly powerful toolbox, but now we have to figure out how to use it wisely, right? In part 2, we talked about that balance using AI to augment our abilities, not replace them entirely. But how do we put that into practice? Where do we even begin?
You know, a lot of people talk about awareness as the first step, and it truly is fundamental. We need to be mindful of the data these systems are trained on, the potential for biases to be embedded in those algorithms, and approach the output of AI tools with a healthy dose of critical thinking.
So it's not just about being amazed by the magic trick, but like understanding how it's done.
Yeah.
Being informed consumers of AI, not just passive users. But awareness on its own isn't enough, is it? What else can we do to help ensure AI is developed and used ethically?
Education is absolutely critical. And I'm not just talking about teaching people how to use these tools, but also how to think critically about the information they're getting from them, the potential biases at play, and the ethical implications of their choices.
It's like equipping future generations with an AI ethics compass something to help them navigate this increasingly complex landscape. And that education, it needs to start early, right?
Absolutely. Just like we teach kids about internet safety and media literacy, we need to incorporate AI literacy into the curriculum from an early age. Teach them to ask questions like, where did this information come from? What biases might be present? Could this be used to mislead people? These are essential 21st century skills.
It's about empowering them to be responsible creators and consumers of AI. But it's not just on educators, right? This feels like a conversation the whole world needs to be a part of.
100%. We need open, public dialogues about the ethical implications of AI, involving everyone from the developers creating these tools to policymakers setting guidelines to everyday users like ourselves.
Because at the end of the day, AI doesn't exist in a vacuum, right? It's created by humans, used by humans, and ultimately its impact on society is shaped by human choices.
Exactly. We can't just sit back and let the technology dictate the future. We need to be active participants in shaping its development, ensuring that it aligns with our values and contributes to a better future for everyone.
So education and dialogue are key. But what about regulation? Do we need stricter rules governing how AI is developed and used, especially given how quickly things are moving?
It's a complex issue, and there's no easy answer. On the one hand, we don't want to stifle innovation or limit the potential benefits of AI. It's already showing incredible promise in fields like medicine, scientific research, and even addressing climate change.
Right, it's not about halting progress, but ensuring that progress benefits humanity as a whole.
Exactly. But on the other hand, we need safeguards in place to prevent misuse and ensure these incredibly powerful tools are used responsibly. It's about finding that delicate balance.
It sounds like a continuous process, really. Just like AI itself is constantly evolving, our understanding of its implications and how to best govern it will need to evolve as well.
Precisely. And that's where those open dialogues we talked about are so important. We need to bring together diverse voices and perspectives, fostering a global conversation that helps us navigate these uncharted waters responsibly.
This has given us a lot to think about, but before we wrap up, I want to bring it back down to earth a bit. What can we as individuals, beyond those larger societal actions, do in our own lives to be more responsible users of AI?
It's a great question, and honestly, it starts with simple awareness. One of the most impactful things we can do is be mindful of our own data. AI feeds on data, and the more data we feed it, the more powerful it becomes.
So being mindful of what we share online, reading privacy policies, and understanding how companies are using our data, especially when it comes to these free AI tools.
Exactly. That old adage, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. It's more relevant than ever in the age of free AI. Ask yourself, what data am I giving up in exchange for using this tool? Am I comfortable with that?
That's a great reminder to always read the fine print. And beyond data privacy, how else can we be more responsible AI users in our everyday lives?
Well, as we touched on earlier, always be aware of the potential for bias and misinformation. Just because an AI generated a piece of content doesn't mean it's inherently objective or accurate. Fact check, cross-reference information, and use your own critical thinking skills to evaluate what you're seeing.
Don't check your brain at the door just because something seems technologically impressive.
Exactly. AI can be a powerful tool for amplifying our own intelligence, but it's up to us to ensure we're using it thoughtfully and responsibly.
This has been such an insightful conversation. I feel like you've given us a lot to reflect on. As we wrap up this deep dive into the world of free AI tools, I'm feeling both excited and a little overwhelmed.
Yeah.
It's clear that this technology has the potential to reshape our world in profound ways, both for better and for worse.
I agree. It's both exhilarating and a bit daunting. But I think the key takeaway here is that the future of AI is not predetermined. It's a future that we are actively shaping through our choices, our actions, and our willingness to engage in these crucial conversations.
So to everyone listening, stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay engaged. This is a conversation that needs all of us at the table. The future is a collaborative endeavor, and together we can harness the power of AI to create a more informed, equitable, and inspiring world for generations to come.
Until next time on The Deep Dive, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
See you next time.